Alrighty, greetings, greetings, greetings. That's you, Leo. This is Tarot Illumination, and this is your mini general, generic, spiritual, broad spectrum report for October 2018. Cards are well shuffled in advance, but we go to the last second so that you're a witness. Okay, before we get into the cards at all, like the other reports, we're going to have a look at a Tarot Illumination Astro Doodle. Whew, man. Kind of got stuck with these things now. We started doing them and I can't seem to stop. Anyway, this is extremely rudimentary, stripped down, because I'm focusing on just key items that really stick out for Tarot Illumination that I need to show you. So this is like a generic thing for October. It's Aries on the horizon, so it's for everybody. For you, Leo, well, I marked it here already. There's a really, really strong emphasis on the Leo North Node now. We don't have any planets here, but going through the month, we have, we still have a lot of these stressors going on. I haven't drawn them in because I don't want to clutter the report. But add it all up over here, the stresses are coming onto the Leo North Node for you guys to really go full bore to be the best, shiniest, most expressive, courageous, like on stage person you can be in the context of your group setting, your people, your world, okay? Especially for how you can serve humanity in the broadest sense, spiritually speaking, over here. The other thing is this huge Scorpio stellium that's going to be going on through the month, okay? So that's technically in what's called a hard square to you. So you might feel even more pressure than normal. I don't know how to relieve, I can't relieve that pressure for you. It's there. So it's a question of rising to the challenge rather than being defeated by the pressure. You can learn and grow and evolve so much under conditions like this. This would be technically a hard, what's called a hard square, okay? So I want to bring out some calendar moments for everybody. Oh, well, all you Leos. Well, this is for everybody, including Leo. This is for the month, so please mark October the 1st, Pluto goes direct, okay? So that's kind of big deal on the planetary global scale, but you might not feel it or notice it personally. October the 6th, Venus goes retrograde in Scorpio. So yeah, we're talking about like love and relationship dynamics and the intensity of all of that. And what are you going to do with it? And it's in a state of opposition here with this Uranus and Taurus energy here. So there could be an awful lot of evaluating going on in the context of relationships. How are you appreciated by others? How do you appreciate others? How do you value others? How do others value you? So please allow for that. October 8th, we got the Libra new moon. That should be quite fun and comfortable for you, okay? New starts, new beginnings there. Maybe we'll do an invocation that night or like a little ceremony or something. October 10th, 12th, we got the big Scorpio stellium really piling up, okay? So be aware. October 24th, we got the full moon, Scorpio, Sun, Taurus, moon. So that's in a hard square to you. That's going to emphasize and amplify this big old T-square thing that's still going on, and that's going to all point right at you. And the way out and the way to handle it is to be the most awesome Leo possible. And all those stressors are forcing you to be that way. October 26th, the Scorpio stellium amplifies even more. And I even put it here. Look, Leo North Node is still under a lot of pressure. So there you go. Last couple of things. Bear with me, please, please, please. What we're trying to get is like, efficient as possible on the channel. So if you need stuff, have a look. Tarot Illumination membership, okay? It's nothing to do with subscribing. It's actual membership. There's a button up there. There's some links below. Personal readings, links below. First Friday healing event, links below. Tarot Illumination shop, goodies, link below. Books, satin silk scarf. Check out some of the links below. All right, so let's get into it. Now we're ready to roll. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your understanding. Please just relax. Bring in your own invisible friends here. Tarot Illumination works as a team with angels. And It'd be fun if you guys did too, okay? Also do the cross watching, you know, especially if you've got sun, moon, and rising different, then the whole story will coalesce into something a little bit more understandable for you. Sometimes people, you know, read their sun and report, and it makes no sense to them at all. Okay, so we have to allow for that. All right. Also, if you want, do the cross-watching for significant others in your life and world. You know, this is not a love and relationship report. That's going to be a totally separate playlist. Okay? Okay. No jumpers, no flyers, no oracles, no reversals. Sorry. We're going to use this journey of the heart spread. Okay? Bless the cards, bless this deck, bless Tarot Lumination, bless the whole channel and the viewers and the internet and the cameras and the wires and all of those things. Here we go. This is the core of you. Heart needs what it needs, it wants what it wants, and it's praying that you, conscious Leo, are as closely in alignment as possible. The farther you are out of alignment with your heart, the more you open yourself up to pain and suffering and spiritual degradation and evolutionary reversals. Okay, who needs that? Okay, you can have only your most advanced chakras in the world, and you can do the most amazing pretzel yoga stuff, but if you don't have this stuff sorted out, none of the rest matters. Over here, legacy energy, think of what you're carrying with you. You might be still reeling from the eclipses or a few months ago. Now also, we still have one last eclipse for the Leo Aquarius axis, very early January 2019. So please allow for that. We've got another like 5 months to get through all of this, all right, for you guys? Hang in, Leo. Over here, the ever-present now. This is where you own your power. Forget the past, forget the future. Stay here, be now, be in your power. And it's in your present moment here right now. It's kind of like, you know, when you get that really trippy feel when you're doing something artsy or creative or something that you really love to do and time just disappears. That's where we need to be, preferably 24/7. It's just very, very hard to do that. So anyway, it's in the now where you make your decisions, and the ultimate decision is love thyself. And what kind of energy do we have to consider here? And then once we figure that out, how are we going to do this effectively so it becomes like a practice, okay? So you're not slipping into autopilot, trusting on your limbic system to just cruise through life and then just hope things work out. No, we are deliberately, consciously creating our own evolution here, right there. Now, when we're facing forward, we're always facing into the unknown, which, yes, it's scary and it always involves change. Change is the only constant. So it's understandable if we wig out now and again and we lose it. What would that look like? On the other hand, what happens when we are in the zone? We are totally in our power. What does that look like? Coming, like you know, how it's think of this like a pump, like your heart beats at the core here, and then it generates momentum for the next beat of the heart. So I'm hoping you can see this as the actual organ at the center. This would be you radiating your heart energy, and out here would be your aura, your heart aura, big and bright and beautiful. Over here, circumstantial energy, think of it as the weather. Got to make the best of it. You have the Five of Cups. So Leo, my feeling here with the Five of Cups is this is the energy of grief and sorrow and perhaps unrequited love, unfinished things, the pain and sorrow of like wounds and sufferings that will never ever be healed, things that have to be understood as they are, like the loss of someone, the loss of things, the loss of whatever that might be that you love and held very, very dearly, even loss of self-esteem, loss of hope, whatever that might be. If you're swimming in a kind of energy field right now where you are being presented with the energy of grief around you, even if it's not your grief, it needs to be understood and acknowledged because we have to get through this for you, all right? So please allow for that. The worst thing you could do is deny this, okay? The best thing you could do is open the heart and let this flow. You got to reveal it to heal it, okay? So let's just get on with it. What is the heart saying here? King of Wands. Well, I'm really happy to see this here for you. Leo, this is very encouraging that it's like despite what's going on around you, it's almost like, here, I'm just going to like indulge you guys a little bit. Despite those challenges that we were talking about, which are not really illustrated here, but it does put a lot of pressure on the Leo North Node and indirectly on all Leos. You could be, easily, forgiven for taking all of this stuff personally, and almost like buckling under with the sadness of having to realize anything and everything that is not your most awesomeness. But the heart does not want you to forget, okay, that you are awesome regardless of your flaws, regardless of the pain and the misery and the sorrow around you. There are a lot of people suffering right now. The world is heavily traumatized. We got 7.5 billion people, and at least a couple of billion out there are, literally marginal in their lives. It's very, very tragic. Just in the United States alone, all the massive catastrophic events, which have like really completely destroyed people's lives, crippled some people. You still have to make, the heart still insists, we still have to be magnanimous. We still have to be our most courageous selves. We cannot allow the grief and suffering to cripple us. We have to be strong, in fact, stronger than ever. And the heart wants you to know that. The heart is saying, like, I am here for you. I am here for you, Leo, despite anything and everything out there that may seem contradictory to your own happiness. Okay? So what about this legacy here? Okay, with the Three of Wands, so it could be like becoming aware on a very spiritual sense that you're getting the consequence, you're understanding like the karmic flows, the way that like your desires are manifesting and have manifested up to this point right now, and you get to witness like your own evolution. You realize, oh my gosh, I am responsible for my whole life. All the good stuff that's happened, that's mine. All the bad stuff that's happened, that's mine too. And I see the consequences of it all. I understand now it's all about the healing power of my decisions. And I've realized now that 95% of my decisions are done on autopilot or the limbic system. Oh no, oh no, oh no. On the other hand, our limbic system is mind-bogglingly powerful and designed to work for our benefit. So that's very important to know and understand. So it's like you're bringing in great wisdom and knowledge here and passion to keep going, knowing that the momentum is flowing now, and you might as well just keep going. You cannot allow this energy to plow you under, okay? Like you will swim, you will survive through this, okay? You have it all. You have all of this here, so don't worry, okay? Now, what about the now? Temperance, okay? So it could be that this is a good time to acknowledge that you might be stressed out to the max and you might need some healing, and that's okay. Bringing everything into balance, and it's very hard to do. The energy of temperance, it's so beautiful. But the thing is, it's actually very, very hard to do in real life, and I think that's kind of what you're being challenged to do, Leo, is to like be like temperance. Just imagine you're on one of those Pilates balls or something, or you go to the gymnasiums, you see these huge plastic rubber balls, and then you get a couple of people to help you get on top of that ball and hold your hands on each side, and you get to the balance point in the middle, and then you dare yourself to hold yourself in such a state of calm and serenity and love that you can actually balance on top of that ball. And then you tell them, let go of my hands, please. And then perhaps just for a couple of moments, you know what it's like to be serenely balanced, okay? So that's what I feel is going on here. It's like, to me, it feels like you're being exposed to a lot of extreme energy, anything that can undermine you and make you like feel emotionally devastated and crippled. And yet at the same time, knowing that you've got the heart of gold, okay, inside, and consequences are consequences. Karma is manifesting here, but you can handle it. You know you can, you know that you have to do so. So there's a very loud message here to love thyself, all right, Leo? So the energy we have to think of making these decisions is Ten of Wands. It's very, very important in terms of like the energy of humility. Uh, you know, it can be extremely humbling to be put under so much pressure where we buckle, where our ego buckles, and we realize that we are, you know, we are deeply flawed beings, each of us, all of us in our own way somewhere, even you, Leo, somewhere. And then it's almost like tragic to realize the losses and the failures that we've had to endure. And so when you see the Ten of Wands here regarding the healing power of your decisions, it's an admission that you can only take so much. And if you think of love as an asset, yes, in the spiritual sense, it's an infinite supply. But in our physical 3D bodies here, we have so many hours in the day, so many days alive on this planet. So our capacity to love thyself and love and be loved is limited. It's like having a certain number of coins in the bank, a certain amount of gold in the bank. And so what are you going to do with that incredibly valuable asset? Anything that impedes you must be dumped. You must. It's very, very important to admit. Let's say even to admit failure, admit the losses, admit and make a list of all the things that you cannot do, that you cannot handle, that no longer serve you, that are no longer healthy for you. And instead of trying to be the hero and take it all on and end up crippling yourself, it's better to just say, you know what? It's time for you guys to live your life, you to live your life, and you guys to live your life too. And I'm going to live my life. And God bless you. God help you. And I've got to take care of my own business now. And I'm still here for you, but I can't be here for you anymore, any stronger, unless I take care of myself right now. So I have to make very, very tough decisions about what I value and what is less valuable for me in my life for me, and then cut accordingly. Okay, so how do you do this effectively? It's kind of a it's a it's an uncomfortable task, having to admit like your limits, your capacities of courage and ability to handle the epic, chapters of your life. Six of Wands is to go forward. The way, to me, it looks like the way to handle it here is to go forward like as if knowing that you are going to be victorious. You already know this. Look at all these wands, power, 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 passion, drive, mission, energy here. You are on a path, you are on a mission. So that's very, very good. But you are facing it full on now and realizing the immense challenges of being on the Leo mission, especially being Leo, especially with the Leo North Node being really, really maxed out and under pressure right now. And you are rising to the occasion. But the point is to admit that you can't win all your battles. There's no point in doing that. You have to be very selective about what you can and can't handle. And it's almost like deliberately choosing only the things that you know where you can prevail, where you can succeed, where you're not going to freak out or risk too much failure or loss just because you want to be the Leo hero. No, the best thing to do would be like any responsible leader is basically pick your battles very, very carefully. Basically say, I can't handle that anymore. I can't handle that. I'm not going to handle that. It's not my business, not my business. I'm going to take care of myself now. I'm going to do what works for me. Okay? Thank you very much. No apologies. That is my role as the Leo North Node, to be my most awesome shiny self. So I have to do that now. I now have to live by example. And I apologize if you guys feel like I'm letting you down. But I am a Leo and that's what I have to do. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it the best that I can, okay? And generate consequences. Judgment. So basically you liberate yourself from oppression, especially self-oppression, because Leos, you like to be in charge, you like to have fun, be happy, be the star, the life of the party, and be appreciated, adored for who you are. But if you overdo it, it becomes very, very counterproductive for you. So when you do admit your limitations as a human, it's like this is exactly the opposite of the superhero. This is the person who is fully manifested in themselves, knowing their strengths and their weaknesses, and deliberately playing to their strengths and shielding themselves from their weaknesses and removing themselves from any battlefield that is guaranteed to fail for them. And in so doing, you liberate yourself. You completely liberate yourself and allow yourself to be that person who you need to be and evolve into growing to be. And in so doing, you shine the light of liberation for others. Okay, so to me it feels like this is a huge task for you, Leo. It's like we're reaching like the last stages of this Leo North Node journey, and all the light here is on you. It's not the Leo season or anything. We've already traversed through that. But with the energy here and the pressures on the Leo, my feeling here is that you're going to have to live by example, facing all the pain and suffering and admitting it that it's all out there. There's so much trauma in the world, but we need light. We need a hero. But we don't need a superhero. We need like a grounded, down to earth hero who's right here in the thick of it with the people. And you're not above us. You're in the group. You're in the Aquarian humanitarian group with us. You can be a hero in the group. You don't have to be above the group, okay? So it's very, very liberating to admit and just accept that you're human like the rest of us and you can shine, okay? So what happens if you mess up and you insist on being a superhero as opposed to a hero? Well, you just get stuck in mud. You end up treading the same stuff over and over again, wondering why you end up in misery, okay? And you just end up perpetuating this. Tears, grief, sorrow, unending misery. There is a way out. This is the way out. So when you do admit there are things that you can't handle and you focus on winning, succeeding, and being your most awesome self and liberating yourself accordingly, then it's like you flip the card, the Four of Cups, into that card which is all about remembering that energy flows where attention goes. And when you realize you've still got four cups there and you don't have to be at the mercy of all the shadows in history and leftovers and the pain of life, you can move forward knowing that it's like there's a next chapter that's going to unfold here. What about now? Okay, so moving forward into the next beat of the heart, it's almost like I think this death card here. Okay, it's very vivid imagery here. It's very much about the slashing and cutting away of anything that doesn't work for you. Whatever is yours comes to you. Whatever is not yours moves away. And you can invoke that yourself. Like, please, dear angels, please bring to me that which is mine. Dear angels, please remove from me that which is not mine. And in so doing, you heal yourself, heal others. You go through deep soul transformations here, and then on to the next beat of the heart. Okay? So I'm feeling like this card here, the death card, is very much to do with the Scorpio pressure that's going to really, really pile up on you. It's going to be really, really, really pressuring you to live by example, to be the ultimate Leo here, which could mean, radical transformation. There's no question about it. Deep, deep gut level transformations that have to happen. All right. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much, Leo. And thank you for choosing Terra Lumination. Please consider membership. Go to the Patreon links and all that stuff. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, let me look at it. It looks a little crooked here for you. Let me do that. There we go. Thank you so much. Oh, can you see that? That's the you at the core. That's the heart. And that's the auric energy here. All right. Bye-bye.